Hello, my beautiful bitterers, and welcome to my channel. And today, I belong to a group on Facebook who we are getting together for the month of February to get our lives on track and encourage each other on either weight loss or just getting healthy in general. And it could be any diet you want to do. I don't follow a specific diet. If you go to any diet in particular, the closest one that I follow is the Maker's Diet. But our challenge for Saturday was tell your story. And so I decided to share my story with all of you guys, not just with the group. We were asked to do just a 2-minute video, and we all know I talk too much, so for Z, that's hard to do. Probably gonna have to do a lot of editing just to get this sucker down. So, first of all, my name is Zelma, and I'm a size fat. Let's just say that. I grew up with obese parents, and I always knew that I was gonna someday be just like that. Growing up, I was never really fat, but I was told I was fat all the time. When I look back at pictures, I had these little chicken legs. I was a skinny girl, but yet I was still bigger than everybody else, even though I was perfect. If you look at my daughter, she is the exact body type as I do. The exact same body type. You look at my daughter and you don't see fat there whatsoever. She's perfect just the way she is. But there's been times where kids at school have called her fat, and it was from a child who was bigger than her. So I'm like, what is going on in this society where we think it's okay to call people fat? So fast forward to 9 years ago, at the end of February, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. That was my way of getting a kick in the pants to change my lifestyle. I ended up gaining quite a bit of weight after that, just because of losing my ability to walk at one point in time, not being able to do the things I loved. I used to ski. I love hiking, hunting, fishing. I played softball for a majority of my life also. And I had to quit a lot of that just because with my MS, I fall so much and then I deal with pain 24/7. So it's been a rough ride. Let's just say that. It's been a rough ride. And one of my medications that got me walking really, really good, I also gained 70 pounds. And then I continued to gain more. But a year ago, January 2015, I decided to pick myself up a Fitbit. Anyway, so a year ago, I decided to break down and get a Fitbit. January of 2015, I was only logging 2,500 steps a day. Doctors want you to do 10,000 steps a day. I was doing 2,500 steps a day. By the time July came around, I was adding about 100 steps per week or whatever. And then by the end of summer, I was averaging about 7,500 and then my really high days, I can go up to 14,000. And those were days where I was, volunteering for Duck Duck Goose and I was on my feet the whole time, or we'd hike to a waterfall. And I love hiking to waterfalls. So my quest for 2015 was to lose 100 pounds. And I didn't care how long it was going to take me, but I wanted to lose 100 pounds and I wanted to do it right. I did not want to take all these stupid pills that are out on over the counter that make you shake and just have horrible chemicals and ingredients in them. I wanted to, because of MS, I had to change my diet in a way that fits my health issues. And because I did that, I started noticing a change. First, 3 years ago, I cut out all soda. I don't drink any soda anymore. And it wasn't like I was drinking like a whole lot. I would drink maybe 2 to 3 sodas a week. So it wasn't like 2 to 3 a day. But for me, I needed to make that change. And then I started noticing certain things really affecting my ability to walk. Soy is a big one. A lot of people don't understand why soy is bad, but soy is bad for everybody. It really is. And what happens with soy is soy is actually highly toxic. And to make it edible, they have to cook it at such high temperatures to alleviate that toxicity. But by doing that, it kills everything. And I mean everything that's in the soy. And then to top it off, they don't even use the soybean much. They use the byproduct of soybean. How is that healthy? Once I started, and soy's in everything, so it's hard to get away from soy. And I still have soy in my diet, but I cut out a big, huge portion of my soy intake. About 80 to 90% of my soy intake has been cut out because I really focus on what's on that nutrition label and figure, okay, where it is on that ingredients list. If it's towards the bottom, then I'll tend to have that. But if it's at the top of that nutrition label, I say no, I walk away. And so ever since I started doing that, I've noticed a big difference in my walking abilities. Artificial anything. I just cut out everything that says artificial on it. Artificial sweeteners. Aspartame is a big one that within 10 minutes of ingesting aspartame, I'll start falling over. I will fall on my face. Walking to me is more precious than anything. This is hard. The very first day that I lost my ability to walk was the scariest day of my life. I don't want to ever go through that again. I am now walking, but I'm doing it for my children and for my family. And then last of all, for me. Because my children are young and they need me. Didn't want to do this. So my story is, yes, it's surrounded by multiple sclerosis. But in a way, I'm kind of thankful. I never thought I'd ever say this because it took me getting sick to change my life. I am 5'9", and my highest weight, I was 275 pounds. I was a size 24, 2XL. I've lost 40 pounds. I'm now a size large top and size 18 bottom. And I'm so very proud of that. So many people want the quick fix. The quick fix is not where it's at. That's very unhealthy. Your body cannot make that big change without you slowly changing your brain. Make the small changes like I did. If you can't cut out soda altogether, cold turkey, just start cutting out one a day, one soda a day, and then have that go for a couple weeks and then cut another one out. Just really start. If you can't cut cold turkey, which is hard because a lot of people end up with major migraines because they're intaking so much caffeine that they become addicted to it. And when you cut that out altogether, you will have withdrawals. Soda and coffee, I mean, they're stimulants. It's stuff that you can become addicted to. That's one thing that I've also, in my diet, I cut out a lot of my coffee intake. If I do have coffee, it's just 1 cup a day. That's it. I don't have any more than that because the more caffeine I take in, the more pain I'm in. So I would rather not have to deal with the pain. And if you guys are my friends on Facebook, you guys see my posts, and I post maybe 20% of what goes on in my body daily. If that. I don't post that much when it comes to my MS. because I'm in such severe pain all the time. I am severely sleep deprived. I am severely lethargic and fatigued because of my MS. But by losing this weight has helped a little bit in the fatigue area. So I have been seeing a big difference there. But if I overdo it, then I suffer for several days afterwards. I can't get on a treadmill because the whole world spins and then I fall, and that's no fun. I don't know how many times I've had to tell my physical therapist, don't ever put me on a treadmill. They put me on a treadmill and then they have to deal with the aftermath because it's not pretty. Elevators, I have to hold on because a lot of the times I will drop to my knees. It's just things like that. So I've had to really get creative with my weight loss. Take it slow, like I did. Your body can recover if you do it that way. Just take it slow. Add 100 steps each week. Cut out a soda every once in a while. Try to stay away from artificial sweeteners. Pure maple syrup, agave nectar, organic sugarcane, stevia, things like that are all good sugars to intake. If you have organic cane sugar, just keep it at a minimum. But if you stick with the natural sugars, you can't go wrong. And do not deprive yourself of things that you love. If you do a diet where you have to follow a strict regimen and you have to cut out your favorites, it's a guarantee you're going to fail. If I want a piece of cake, I'll sit down to a piece of cake. But I do portion control. I do a smaller piece of cake. And then if I had a piece of cake one day, I'm not going to have a piece of cake tomorrow. I'm going to only have it once a week or even less. My husband will sometimes bring home a brownie. And years ago, I used to yell at him for that. I'm on a diet. Why are you bringing me home a brownie? But now I love it when he brings me home a brownie. Do you know why? Because I'm only limited to that one brownie. If I make brownies at home, guess what? I'm going to have a whole pan of brownies and I can't stay out of them. So I'm going to eat brownies all day long. Whereas if my husband comes home with a brownie or a piece of candy, or yesterday he brought me home an ice cream sandwich, you know what? Thank you, honey. I really appreciate it. I'm going to eat that because I don't have the full box of it. Just make sure that you do yourself good. Don't do these quick weight loss things. They don't work. Your body does not bounce back. And most of the time, those people gain that weight back plus. Gastric bypass. Bad idea. Everybody, every single person that I know personally who had gastric bypass gained their weight plus. The lap band. The people that I know that were on lap band, it was hell for them. Hell for them. And they could not enjoy the things that they love. Enjoy the things you love. Keep it in moderation. Do yourself good. So that's kind of my story and kind of a little PSA for you guys also. Just to help you guys in whatever journey that you'll be going on. So if you have any questions, please leave comments below. I am more than happy to help out more. I know last time I talked about soy or things like, or whey or things like that, I had a lot of questions and I really appreciate people. And they sent me private messages. So if you don't want it all aired for everybody to see, that's fine. I just told you my highest weight was 275 pounds. So I'm still a size 18, but I was a 24. That's a victory right there. That's a victory, and I'm proud of that. I am so proud of that. Saturday when I went to church, I felt absolutely amazing, and I felt absolutely beautiful because I pulled out a coat I have not been able to wear in 5+ years. I was wearing a size large shirt, and I thought I looked pretty damn good, and my husband complimented me like nobody's business. And when you get stuff like that, you know, it feels good and it helps motivate you to continue on your path because you know what you're doing is good. So talk to you guys later, and I hope you guys are all doing well and living a healthy lifestyle. Bye.